Hello and good morning from a beautiful Sunday, Monday morning in Cork. So just wanted to touch base this morning to say welcome to Unit 4 and well done for all of your work on Unit 3 last week. Again, some very active discussions and participation within our discussion boards with just over 71 posts in total. I think it was just really an example of a fantastic engagement process where we had lots of discussions which brought us in lots of different directions, both from a research and practical experience perspective. So again, well done to all involved, and really was a very engaging and participative week yet again. So now we move on to Unit 4. And Unit 4, what that does is, I guess, that moves us on to some of the next stages within our HRT cycle. So the first thing that we're going to look at in Unit 4 is some delivery methods. Now we focus on delivery methods just at the end of Unit 3, but what those sections got into were more to do with, I guess, some broader organizational delivery considerations. Whereas here we just get into a little bit more of some individual considerations that you could potentially apply as a trainer or as a learning development facilitator within your learning and development environment. We then move on to evaluation. And again, evaluation is divided into two key areas. And evaluation for me has always been quite an interesting area. It's something that from practical experience can very often get lost, or in some cases even get left to the very end when it comes to developing a learning and development program or initiative. So it's always something that I think a lot of careful consideration should be given to them, perhaps even considered at the very start when it comes to program design, how it is you're going to evaluate and measure the effectiveness of what you're doing. But we'll get more into that as the lessons progress. So the first aspect of evaluation is going to deal with some of the theoretical considerations. So we get into models such as Kirkpatrick, which I guess if you're doing anything from an academic submission perspective, Kirkpatrick is one of the main and most, I guess, well-used models out there when it comes to evaluating learning. And then we get into evaluation 2, and that lesson really focuses, I guess, a little bit more on some of the practicalities of evaluation, how you might actually put it into action when it comes to implementing a learning and development program, and maybe some of the things that we need to consider as learning development facilitators, areas such as reflection and considering how it is we could have potentially done something better, or analysing ourselves what went well and what maybe didn't go so well. So that, I guess, is an overview of what's involved this week. I guess maybe just the final thing just to say is that there's also another discussion board assignment this week, except in this case we're going to focus on a case study which will be attached within this announcement and also within the discussion board itself. And again, just bear in mind that this week's discussion board is also worth 4 marks, similar to last week. So that's it. Like I said, it's been fantastic engaging with you all so far. An extremely active and an engaging group, and it was fantastic. I was just really happy to see some of the various the directions that the discussions led, and I look forward to some similar engagements this week. That's it. Have a great day, and look forward to working with you all again this week. Bye for now.